Fear is a tool, one that lights up the sky. I am justice. I am vengeance for those voices in Gotham that cry out to be heard. Today on TAKTAK Toys with Film, we're going to look at SH Figarts 1/12 scale The Batman. So don't wait up, Alfred, and let's talk about him on TAKTAK Toys with Film. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? Well, in this case, it's certainly not SH Figarts. As in this video as mentioned, we'll be looking at the 1/12 scale The Batman, which is a representation of Robert Pattinson's version of the Caped Crusader in 6-inch action figure form from the movie The Batman. So let's get straight into it and have a look at the packaging first off. And it's suitably dark and moody, which is a nice reflection of the Batman film itself. And here you can see the front of the packaging, obviously with a window box displaying the figure. It says Bandai Namco at the front. And yeah, you can see obviously the logo of the Batman. Also, you can see the sides of the box here, both sides and the back. Again, displaying sort of the SH Figarts logo and the moody The Batman kind of logo in black and red. So yeah, the box basically suitably conveys the sort of mood and the tone of the actual film itself. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Hope you enjoyed my little mashup of the two Batman themes there. So as you can see, here's the top of the box again, just showing off the Batman logo and the SH Figarts logo. A nice little bit of artwork of the Robert Pattinson Batman himself. And the next sort of picture we'll see here is Batman freed from his plastic prison in the clamshell packaging. So as you can see here, there's the Robert Pattinson Batman figure. He comes with an array of different hands, an unmasked Robert Pattinson head, an alternative chest piece, handcuffs, a batarang which is fallen out of the package slightly there, and a sort of extra accessory which I wasn't too sure what it was, but if I needed to know, here's the instructions for all the different parts and pieces that come with the Batman. As you can see, it's an array of different languages, but yeah, this is the instructions to attach any parts and pieces to the actual Batman figure, and there we go. Yeah, so as mentioned, here we go. Here's the instructions again. That's the back of the instructions. It just shows you all the different parts and pieces and accessories, how they can be fitted onto the Batman figure. So if you are someone who likes to have a look at the instructions beforehand, you know, take a moment to sort of have a look and sort of see how all the pieces are fitted. I tend to just get straight into it. So having said that, let's get straight into the figure. And as you can see here with the head articulation, it goes up and down a fair decent amount. Head moves from side to side, not too bad. Yeah, it kind of goes, you know, not a great amount, but you know, average up and down and side to side. Now, one thing that I did notice at the package is that the arm articulation is a bit hindered by the cape. Now, the cape is basically a combination of cloth and plastic, and the plastic part of the cape will hinder the articulation as it goes. It barely even goes up to 90 degrees, as you can see there, when you're trying to pose the figure, and it will make for an issue if you want to pose the figure on your display or for any photography or your action figure shelf. The actual elbows, as you saw there, have a decent amount of articulation. The waist goes back a fair amount, fairly decent amount, goes only forward slightly, you know, so not the best ab crunch in the world, but not bad. Legs go out, as you'd imagine, sort of fully out amount. The knees are a bit strange. The knees have a very odd looking articulation there. As you can see, it's almost sort of like half a circle or circular, and they do look very, very strange. So that is another odd design choice by SH Figarts. And the knee actually almost looks a bit flat, which is a bit strange. But yeah, aesthetically an odd decision. Yeah, and we can now sort of have a look at the back of the figure. As I mentioned, as you can see there, he does sort of, you know, pose. The waist articulation is not bad. Here's where the actual cape is part cloth and part plastic. It is a weird choice by SH Figarts because yeah, A, it hinders articulation, and B, it sort of, you know, cuts up the kind of the whole aesthetic of the figure. You know, having a cape that's part plastic and part cloth, it's very, very strange. Strange choice by SH Figarts. Don't know why they just didn't make the whole figure cloth, but there you go. and as you can see again, just displaying there, it does hinder the articulation of the arms. I mean, the shoulders go around a decent amount at 360 degrees, as do the wrist joints. As you can see there, they go down around a decent amount. But yeah, the actual cape will hinder the with the shoulder pad armor as well, will hinder the arm articulations. That's a definite disappointing thing. And as you can see, the knees here looking a bit strange. Two definite odd choices by SH Figarts on the figure. But yeah, now let's go into the parts that the figure actually comes with. Yeah, and for accessories, as mentioned, the Batman comes with an unmasked Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne head, which you can see in a moment on display here. There you go. So yeah, that's your sort of Robert Pattinson likeness, and it's not too bad. It kind of looks like a decent Robert Pattinson likeness, Bruce Wayne likeness. Yeah, here's it in 360 degrees, just so you can see it from all angles. Not a bad likeness at all. Then Batman does also come with an alternate chest plate, which can be fitted on the figure, as displayed here. So you've got the two different types of chest plate. Some of the parts are a bit difficult to fit on this figure. That's another point to make. When you are fitting the chest piece, it can be a bit difficult. Here's all the alternate hands that Batman comes with. Now I've focused the camera down on the hands rather than the fullness of the figure, so you can see it comes with quite a different range of hands, quite a vast range of hands, and that is a definite bonus with this SH Figarts figure. And obviously the price point leading in, being a factor there, that it should come with a lot of accessories for the price point. And yeah, he does come with a large array of hands. He then comes with an accessory which is the handcuffs, obviously because Batman is a detective. He and in the film he was seen using handcuffs, so he comes with that nice accessory, the handcuffs, and yeah, just another lovely addition to the figure. And next up you have the kind of batarang, or not batarang, sorry, the kind of the grappling gun. That's the right word. The accessory that's in relation to the grappling gun. You have two of these that come with the figure. If you look at the instructions, they do show how to fit into the figure's wrists. I haven't actually used these yet, so I'm not actually too sure how they do fit on the figure. But yeah, you do come with two of them, and there's obviously a second one on display. So basically, yeah, you need to, if you read the instructions, they'll show you how to plug them into the figure's arms. And yeah, and then the final accessory that the Batman figure comes with, it is a bit of a mystery. Again, the instructions will probably explain what it is. I think it's kind of a adrenaline canister or something along those lines. But again, the instructions will explain what this movie sort of piece is. So if you're enjoying the review, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Have you picked up the SH Figarts Batman? Is it a figure you're planning on picking up? Did you enjoy the Batman movie? Are you hoping for more sequels from Robert Pattinson's Batman? Let me know in the comments below. And obviously here again you can see the articulation on display. And yeah, I mean, if it's probably a figure you may want to swap the cape out of. Out for, get yourself kind of a custom all cloth cape. It may make such a difference to the figure. The only thing is obviously with the price point being what it is on the figure, you feel like you shouldn't really have to. So that is kind of a disappointment. But without that, with a fully cloth cape, it can make all the difference because it probably is a much better figure. As I say, some of the aesthetic choices are a bit odd on the figure, like for example the knees looking so flat. But it certainly does capture the Robert Pattinson Batman likeness, and it's a nice sort of 6-inch version. But we do have more coming, which I'll obviously mention in the video later on. And here's just for a comparison look. Here's the Robert Pattinson SH Figarts Batman next to a Marvel Legends Hugh Jackman Wolverine, just to pick two figures from sort of cinematic universes. Yeah, you've got Robert Pattinson SH Figarts Batman next to Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and as you can see, the SH Figarts Batman is a bit smaller than a Marvel Legend. We do expect that with SH Figarts. They do, as an import figure, it does come in a little bit smaller than a Marvel Legend. Here he is next to Black Suit Spider-Man, another Marvel Legend, and as you can see again, it is scaled as 1/12 scale, or it is sort of the Batman the Robert Pattinson Batman is labelled as a 1/12 scale figure, but it is obviously slightly smaller. But then this is a teenage Batman, so you can fudge it into a 6-inch display. He's likely to be a bit smaller. And here you have SH Figarts Batman next to another import figure, and that is Mafex Comics Spider-Man. And again, they're sort of around the same, the same scale. I mean, Comics Spider-Man is probably meant to be a teenager. Peter Parker meant to be a teenager, so they are kind of the same scale. This is a great figure, by the way. I do recommend the Mafex Comics Spider-Man. Really, really good figure. Yeah, and then we staying on the theme with Mafex, we have the Batman next to the Dark Knight Returns Superman, which again is an excellent Mafex release, keeping it with DC just now here. 2 DC figures, but if you haven't picked up these the Mafex Dark Knight Returns Superman, strongly recommend you do so. He's a really, really great figure. And next up, we have Marvel Legends again. Going back to Marvel Legends, we have SH Figarts The Batman next to Marvel Legends Doctor Doom. So as you can see here, obviously he's a tad smaller than your standard Marvel Legends figure, and the aesthetics are obviously completely different. You've got one comic figure here, and the Batman figure being a movie figure. And then just for something finally different, you've got him sort of being dwarfed by the McFarlane Toys Speeding Bullets Batman, who's actually a Batman from another universe. It's actually Kal-El Superman who's this Batman. But you can see here the difference between the McFarlane Toys figure and your standard sort of SH Figarts figure. And there is obviously, of course, a McFarlane The Batman, should you wish for one with a cheaper price point. So what's my overall verdict? Well, I'd have to give SH Figarts The Batman 3 out of 5 stars. In that it's a decent figure, but it's let down by weird design choices, such as the cape being a combination of plastic and cloth, which does hinder articulation at the arms. You could get a replacement cape, as I say, but it's £70+ or dollars in that price range for a figure, and you shouldn't have to at that price range. So it's probably worth waiting for the Mezco 1/12 or Mafex versions of the character. But if you do want an alternative to the McFarlane version of the Batman, you could pick this up as long as you're okay with those flaws. And obviously the knees look a bit weird on the figure as well. But if you want to purchase the figure, you can pick him up from Comics and Cocktails like I did. And for great places to pick up action figures in general, you can check out Props and Replicas, Kapow Toys. There's a great sale on at the moment at Star Action Figures, All the Cool Stuff, Gobsmack Comics, and In Demand Toys, where Dan Hu gets some of his great Marvel Legends. And speaking of Dan Hu, check out Dan Hu Reviews for all the latest Marvel Legends reviews and live streams with Rich M every Thursday. Check out Jay's Toy Collection UK for reviews in the UK. For reviews in Ireland, check out Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Check out the Infinity Equation for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. Check out Austin, the hero of collectors, Miguel, the Wolfpack Toy Review for Toy Reviews stateside. Check out Trevor, the 1/6 shooter for all things Mythic Legions. And check out the 3POA podcast for pop culture chat and action figure discussion. And links for all those are in the comments below. And if you want an alternative to the Batman, Mezco 1/12 1989 Batman is shipping soon. It does feel like 1989 since we've been waiting for this to ship, but here we are. We now know where we can get a wonderful toy. And if you enjoy films, check out Film and TV Review, and there's a link for their YouTube channel and the website in the description below. And until next time, shine your bat signal and enjoy those flicks and figs.